Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, the 26th race of the NASCAR season, the 26th and final race of the regular season. The chase begins next week. We are here, Richmond, Virginia. I'm not actually in Richmond, Virginia, but hey, Federated Auto Parts 400 NASCAR preview. Richmond International Speedway initially opened back in 1946. NASCAR's first race at this track was in 1953, won by Lee Petty. It was paved in 1968 and 1988. The track was right after the February race in Richmond. The track was completely tore up and redesigned. What used to be the front straightaway is now pit road. They put in a new D-shaped oval to what we have as Richmond International Speedway today. It began its life as a half-mile dirt track, and now it's a .75 3/4 of a mile paved short track, one of the most exciting races on the NASCAR circuit. Lights were added in the fall of 1991 to make it even more spectacular. Some notable first wins at Richmond. Casey Kane, Tony Stewart both got their first win. Kyle Petty back in 1986 got his very first win. As a lot of older NASCAR fans would remember, the feud between Dale Earnhardt and Darrell Waltrip. As we all know, the Intimidator Dale Earnhardt tried to intimidate people, would try to take them out. He would do all this. He'd rattle their cage a little bit just to get them on edge. As we all know, Jaws, Darrell Waltrip, he was even worse than Dale was when they did it. Dale took him and Darrell out. Darrell goes creeping to the pitch. Dale's sitting up on the outside. Darrell's up on top of the old iron barriers like they have on the highway around the track. And I remember Darrell telling the story that he kept calling Junior. He's driving Junior out to the 11 Budweiser. And he's like, Junior, need caution. You're going to need to come in. No, Dale. No, Darrell. Don't come in. And finally, caution comes out because of the accident. Junior's like, Darrell, it's caution. Darrell's like, yeah, I know, I'm in it. Alright, Richmond. As we all know, it's all about the chase at this point. Some notable guys at Richmond. Kyle Busch. He's got an average finish of 7.35 with 4 wins in 20 races. Kevin Harvick averaged a 10th place finish, 3 wins, 29 races. Denny Hamlin, 2 wins in 18 races, averaging 11th place. Ryan Newman's averaged 11th place, 1 win in 27 races. Clint Boyer, he's got 2 wins here. He's averaged 11th place in 19 races. Most career wins at Richmond International Speedway, of course, the legend, the king, Hall of Famer Richard Petty with 13. David Pearson, the Silver Fox, with 6. Darrell Waltrip, Jaws, has 6. Rusty Wallace with 6. Bobby Allison with 5. And Kyle Busch with 4. Joe Gibbs Racing has had 9 career victories at Richmond. Back in April 26th to be exact, the Toyota Owners 400 at Richmond. Kurt Busch won that, followed by Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Jamie McMurray, Joe Logano, Casey Kane, Matt Kenseth, Jeff Gordon, Clinton Boyer, and Martin Truex. As we all know, that was before the aero package, the more drag, whatever you want to call it, to more basically make the cars freer. A lot of the drivers were begging for this. Obviously, the guys who drive Chevrolets weren't, because for whatever weird coincidence it is, Toyota and Ford got helped by this aero package, and Chevrolet got hammered by it. I've not made any inklings who I don't like. I don't like the Busch brothers. I don't like Joe Logano. I don't like Brad Keselowski. I don't like Denny Hamlin. I have no problem telling you guys who I don't like. Who do I like? Everyone else. I have one driver mainly, Jeff Gordon, my boy. But you know what? I like all drivers except for those 4 I mentioned. Now, will I give their due when they're due? Hell yeah. Well, Kyle Busch, oh my God, he's been dominant. He won 4 out of 6 races this year. Won 3 straight. He is guaranteed a spot in the chase now because he clinched a spot last week with 4 wins after missing 11 races. Kurt Busch has qualified for the chase after missing 2 races. for domestic violence, mind you, beating his girlfriend, but I'll digress from that. I have no problem telling you my opinion. That's what the YouTube videos are for, is my opinion. You can agree with me, you can disagree with me. As I've seen on Facebook, a lot of you agree with me on Kyle Busch. If Kyle Busch is that dominant of a driver, in 10 years, he should have been Sprint Cup champion. True or true not? Alright, and short tracks. We have 3 short tracks in the NASCAR circuit. We have Bristol, Martinsville, Richmond. Jeff Gordon has 1 win and 9th place finish, average finish in the last 16 short track races. Joe Logano has averaged 10th with 3 wins. Clint Boyer 11th. Matt Kenseth 12th with 2 wins. Carl Edwards 14th with 2 wins. Now to the fun stuff. The chase. Kevin Harvick, Joe Logano, Dale Earnhardt, Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson, Martin Truex, Matt Kenseth, Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, Carl Edwards, Kyle Busch. We will see you all for the chase for the championship. We have 5 positions left. Obviously, if we have a first-time 2015 winner, we will have another person in the chase. Currently, the 5 guys that hold the chase spots. Jamie McMurray, has a 44-point lead above the cutoff spot. So if Jamie McMurray starts this race, he clinches a spot in the chase. Ryan Newman is 32 points above the cutoff. Jeff Gordon's only 18 points above the cutoff. Paul Menard is 10 points above the cutoff. And then at the cutoff spot, Clint Boyer. Eric Almirola is 29 points out of the chase. Casey Kane is 31 points out of the chase. Those are the only 2 drivers that mathematically can make the chase based on points. Anybody else in the top 30 has to win in order to be in. Jamie McMurray's averaged a 10th place finish at Richmond. He should be safe there. Ryan Newman's averaged a 9th place finish. That should ensure him in the chase. Jeff Gordon's averaged a 6th place finish with 3 career wins. That should hopefully get him in the chase. Paul Menard has averaged a 15th place finish. Clint Boyer has averaged a 16th place finish for the last 6 races, but in his career he's averaged an 11th place finish with 2 wins. Eric Almirola has only averaged a 15th place finish. He's going to do a lot better than that. He's got 29 spots to make up in order to make this chase without a win. Casey Kane does have a win at Richmond, has a career average finish of 17.2. Last 6 races, 14.4. He's got a lot of work to do. He's got to hope for trouble with somebody unless he wins. Drivers in the top 30 that has to win the race to be in the chase for the championship. Kyle Larson, he's averaged 13th place at Richmond. A.J. Allmendinger's averaged a 14th place. Greg Biffle, he's averaged a 20th place. Tony Stewart, whose career average at Richmond is 12.16 with 3 wins. I would love to see a chase with Tony Stewart. Unfortunately, there is nobody that's currently in the chase that I want out of it. McMurray's locked, guaranteed. Ryan Newman has to have a lot of trouble in order for him not to be in the chase. Ryan Newman, Final 4 last year. Jeff Gordon, my boy, his last year. Love for him to win a championship and go out as a champion, go as a 5-time champion. Don't know. Paul Menard, not big on Menard, but you know what? I have no issue him being in the chase. Clint Boyer, I really want to see Clint make the chase. I really want to see Clint go deep in the chase, especially with everything going on with Michael Waltrip Racing. So this week I will get up a chase preview after the Richmond race, and then probably going forward I'll only do what, since it is really based on the chase, and the chase for the championship, the most important thing is I'll do one video probably per contender round, each round of the playoffs. So obviously each round is 3 races, except for the final round, which is 1 race. So I'll probably cover all 3 races and just kind of worry about mainly the chase guys for those 3 races, and then whoever's really been dominant at those races outside the chase. So as always, make sure you check out all 5 of Robert Sports Show channels. Robert Sports Show 5 have 2 weeks with NCAA previews against the spread and over-under. Week 3 will probably be the entire top 25. Initially I'd pick 16 teams, follow those. Some of the matchups have been kind of sucky, so I'm looking at changing that up a little bit and doing the entire top 25. Each rankings, those are the 25 teams I would do, make it a little more interesting, a little more challenging. Robert Sports Show 4 had Week 1 of the NFL preview up. Week 2 will be up next week. Robert Sports Show 3, all your pro wrestling needs. Look for there some Robert's 10s and whatnot, and preview of Night of Champions. Robert Sports Show 2, obviously all your NASCAR needs. And Robert Sports Show 1, anything else sports related, Major League Baseball playoff preview coming up, an NBA season preview, NHL season preview. A lot of things coming to all 5 Robert Sports Show channels. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show and have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channels.